everybody, this is Josie from As Frugal As She Gets, and like I said, I am going to be decorating my 4-foot mini tree in the hallway, just like I did my tree in the living room. And I first fluffed it to save you the trouble of going through and watching the fluff. I already pre-did it and I pre-lit it. And the lights I'm using are LED, 100 count. I got from Walmart, perfect holiday. They have a multi-function control box. And right now I've got my sight on so I can see where I'm placing a ribbon. And at the start of the ribbon, I just pinched the ends and I tied it off on one of your branches. And I'm going to give myself about a foot poof. And we're going to tie it off on another branch. And as I tie it off on the branch, I'm going to pull the two to separate them. And I'm going to continue this pattern in a diagonal motion. So I'm going to give the tree a little turn. I'm going to take another foot of the tree, or another foot of the ribbon, excuse me, and place it on the foot space of the tree. And I'm going to curl that end right around the ribbon. And since the harlequin pattern was on the left at the first time, and the red and green striped polka dot one is on the right, I'm going to reverse that so that the harlequin is now on the right side and the green is on the left. And we're going to continue that until we come to the end of the tree. Going to give it another foot. We're going to pinch the two together. Find a branch that's kind of diagonal. And we're going to pinch. And we're going to repeat the process with the ribbon. We're going to pull the two together on the opposite side. I already fishtailed the ends. So we're just going to give them a little curl so they hang off. Now I'm going to spin the tree again so I can repeat that pattern. This is a good spot. So I'll grab my ribbon, which I always place on the floor. It's easier to get to when it's on the floor. And the harlequin is underneath the polka dot. Pinch stay atop of it, just like that. Find a spot to hook it, which this is a good spot right here. Curl that tree branch right around it, and give yourself another good foot. Pinch the two sides together, and we're going to repeat that diagonal pattern. Squeeze out your tree branch, and harlequin out again. And we're going to continue. Let's give that tree a little spin. Do another foot. Go diagonal. Give the ribbon a little pinch. Find a branch. And wrap the branch right around it. Now you always want to use wired ribbon. It just holds it form better. And okay, harlequin. So now we're going to go to the right side as the polka dot goes to the left side. And we're going to repeat it one more time. Give yourself a foot. Pinch that ribbon. It's going diagonal. And find yourself a branch. Curl the branch around it. And again, this time the polka dots on the right side and the harlequins on the left. You're going to kind of do that all the way with the ribbon. Just as it looks symmetrical, but it's not a repeating pattern of the same ribbon. It's like a crisscross. We're going to give ourselves 10 inches down here. We're going to cut the ribbon. And we're going to dovetail it, fishtail it, whatever you guys prefer to call it. I prefer to call it fishtailing. And then we're going to spread the ends of the ribbon and kind of give them a cute little bend so they're kind of dangling off the tree. Let's see, do I have space to do another? I think I have space to do another one. So again, we'll grab our 2 ribbons, a harlequin underneath the polka dot. By the way, I've got the ribbons at 40% off at Hobby Lobby. You always want to get that 40 or 50% off sale on your ribbon. Ribbon can be quite expensive. These basically were $9, and I got them, 40% off. And I'm going to grab that end right there, give it a little pinch, give that foot again. Curl this up. We're going to pull it so that, because we have the harlequin on this side and it's so close together, I want the red and green polka dot striped on that side, well, the harlequin on this side. And then we're going to go in a diagonal pattern again. Another foot, and you keep on repeating this until you get your tree and your ribbon the way that you want it. I like pretty full trees. And if you need to like move a branch or a tree and stuff like that to get that ribbon to look pretty good, go ahead and do it. Everything's wired, so you can manipulate it any way that you want. I'm going to come down, give it another foot, and pinch it probably right about here. And the harlequin is going to be on this side. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Crisscrossed. Wrong. Okay. There we go. So the harlequin is now going to be on the left side. Makes more sense because you've got your harlequin here and your red and green polka dot here, your harlequin here, red and green polka dot here. Give yourself that 10-inch and cut your ribbon and do a little fishtail. Kind of give them a little curl. And straighten the ends out. Manipulate this wire ribbons as much as you want. So now I've got this ribbon the way I want it. I'm going to come in with a different pattern of ribbon. It's going to be this polka dotted ribbon right here and my green Merry Christmas ribbon. Again, Hobby Lobby. And I'm putting the Merry Christmas ribbon over top of the polka dot ribbon. And because we want people that come in and see this tree to be able to read it, not upside down, but correctly, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, we're going to diagonalize it from left to right. So we're going to start at the bottom, give yourself that good 10 inches, and then we'll go back and we'll dovetail it after I get it tied on the tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to crisscross it across every area where my other ribbon gets pinched by the tree branch. So I'm going to start it and I'm going to give myself that 10-inch. So let's start it right here. We're going to curl that ribbon. We're going to come back in and we're going to dovetail. I didn't get to them quite close together, so we'll dovetail them separately. Fishtail them. And I'm not going to separate these two ribbons. I like the way it looks laying on top of each other. It just gives it a really cool look. So we're going to come up and we're going to give it about a foot. Pinch the two together. And we can use the same branch that we used on the other ribbon. To hold it in place. We're going to come up, give ourselves another foot. And again, use the same branch that we hooked the other ribbon to. Just curls right around that. And doesn't that look cool? With the polka dot and the Merry Christmas. I think it's really neat that way. And people are able to read it. I'm going to twist the ribbon a little bit and get it going the same way. Twist, turn the tree again. Give yourself a foot. Seems like that one's a little bit longer than a foot, but that's okay. Because we're going to go back and we're going to fill it in with ornaments and everything anyway. Hook it around the same tip of the branch as we pinch the other one. And make sure that the green ribbon is even. And then we're almost done with this, so we're going to take it to the top of the tree. Let's twist it, take it to the top of the tree. It's not crisscrossing very well because it's a little shorter tree. But that's alright. We'll just find a cool spot to put it. We'll hook it right there. And I'm going to give myself, probably because it's at the top of the tree, a good 6 inches, or not even, probably a good 4 inches, because I want that Merry Christmas to be able to start in a different area. And I'm going to fishtail the end. So it gives it a cute little look. And like I said, again, it's going to lay on top of each other. And come down with the same ribbons again. Find a part to start. We're going to start it right here in this branch because our first connect point is right here. I'm going to give myself a good 10 inch. Curl it around the tip of the branch. 1 tip, not 2. Dovetail the end, fishtail it. I'm saying both words because some people use fishtail, some people use dovetail, and I want people to understand what I'm saying. And again, we're going to lay that ribbon on top of the other one. Kind of try to get them as even as possible. Give it a little curl with your finger. Okay. Again, we're going to connect it with a connecting branch. Make sure they're laying on top of each other straight. Give yourself another foot. Get that connecting point right there. And pinch it off. Hook it in place and make sure they're even again. And I am running out of ribbon on both. So I'll basically take them right off the canister here. And we're going to run their ribbon. Give it another foot. Going to go up to this connection point right here. Give it about a foot. And pinch it behind the connecting branch. Up, connect it behind this diagonal right here. And pinch it and hold it in place. And sometimes your other ribbon gets a little wonky, so we'll go back and we'll rearrange everything again when we're done placing this ribbon. And I'm basically down to the end of this red polka dotted one. So I'm going to trim the green one in that same area. I'm going to connect it right about here, the connecting point. If I can get it out there, come on. So now my other ribbon didn't connect. Let's put that back in place. Connect both of them together. There we go. So we're holding both in place. Again, we're going to dovetail. Now Grinch is going to go on the top of this tree. So it doesn't matter how short these ribbons are, because you're probably not going to see him anyway. With him sitting there. Okay, and of course I'm making a mess, so I'm going to clean up and vacuum later. To make sure that Merry Christmas is actually laying on that ribbon. Okay. This is how we got it. Let's go back and fix the other little ribbons that we might have messed up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Everything's flopped. Everything's looking really good. My Merry Christmas is right down the center. Turn it probably that way, because we see all kinds of the ribbon. Everything's looking really good. Now it's time to place the Grinch on the tree. And how I'm going to place the Grinch on the tree is I've got a couple chenille stems. And when I did the one in my living room, is I literally put the chenille stems around his arms, tightened them really tight. And, you know, his little armpit area, basically. And I'm going to turn them really, really super tight. And then I'm going to find a spot where he's more or less basically going to be sitting on a couple tree branches because the top of the tree is not going to be able to hold them. As you can tell, the top of the tree is very flimsy. So we're going to want to set him basically right about this area. Push him back. Take your chenille stems and we're going to go around a few branches. We are going to tie him onto the tree. And we're going to wrap it around. There's a ribbon cluster here, so I'm going to wrap it around there, make him stabilized. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now he's kind of leaning forward. So I'm going to grab a branch in the back of the tree that I can anchor him towards the back. Because we don't want him toppling over. I have to give the tree a little bend itself because he's still wanting to lean forward. Okay. And we've got our Grinch in our tree. Let's straighten up any ribbons. I might have messed up sticking my hand in there trying to hold him up. Okay. Slide him back a little bit. So I think he's holding on there pretty good. Now we're going to give a lot of weight towards the back of this tree. Oops, I didn't realize his belt was up, sliding up there. There we go. We'll fix it. Looks like he's just hanging out, resting his arm on a branch. So now I'm going to start I was thinking about adding some deco mesh to this to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Because, you know, and then I have this lime green ribbon. But it's like, I mean, I can run the ribbon down through it here and there and everything. I think that might look cute. See if I like it or not. I think I like the other ribbon. So I don't know if it's going to take away from the look. Yeah, I don't like it. We'll keep it with this ribbon. I've got enough ornaments to fill in this tree to make it look really cute, really good. Same with the deco mesh. I was going to use it on the tree, but kind of give it a little zany look, but I don't know if I want to do that. See what it's going to look like behind his head a little bit. Nah. Just keep it at that. We'll keep it at that, and we'll start adding our ornaments. So I've got my bag full of ornaments here, and I have some cluster ones and some bigger ones. So we're going to go through in. We're going to shove the bigger ones on the inside of the tree. It gives the tree some dimension. See how the light hits the tree and stuff like that? Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to go on the back side of the tree because I don't want to put everything in the front of the tree and then have the tree fall over. Add some more ornaments to the back side of the tree to kind of even out the weight of the tree. of the Grinch himself. And I might start with my light green ornaments, which are bigger ornaments. I'm just going to set them right in the center inside of the tree. A few more on the back, because we don't want the Grinch falling over. Kind of distribute the weight as much as possible. Most of my ornaments I got from on this tree, I got from Dollar General or Dollar Tree. These ones I basically got from Dollar General last year. The light striped ones right here I got from Dollar General. I aim it so that the starburst is out. Same with this one, we're going to hang it towards the back. The starburst is kind of out. You always want to start with your larger ornaments and work your way to the smaller ones. Oops. Ornaments bounce, that's why I choose plastic ornaments. Oops, we don't want two together. Two of the same ones together. Let's put this kind of down here. And one more of those. I'm going to put it towards the back again to even the weight, distribute your weight as much as possible. Now I did some ornament clusters, and what you do with ornament clusters, you're supposed to put your ornaments together with some wire. And it makes kind of cute little cluster. I'm going to come in, I'm going to put this cluster right about here. Okay, let's try this again. Let's do it this way. Just wrap the wire right around the tree. Whoops. Dollar Tree ornaments. The tops do come off them. The bud just hit the door. I had to close it. So we'll attach that back on. I'm going to curl that branch right up. I'll hold those in place. Isn't that cute? And we got a few more clusters like that. We'll put one over here. Wrap it right around the branch. Got another one. We'll put it on this side. Wrap it right around the branch. The back of this tree is up against the wall. Like I said, I'm basically putting ornaments on the back side just to kind of distribute the weight so that he's not going to topple over. Then I'm going to come in. I had my niece make me some Grinch ornaments. Just for my Grinch tree last year. And we're going to start putting those in. And she puts the faces on with a vinyl decal she does from her Cricut. sure his face is turning this way. From the branch up here. And where the two ribbons crisscross, I basically put ornaments on that crisscross so it doesn't look so unsightly. And I'll be doing that as we go. Another Grinch ornament. Let's kind of dangle him. And like I said, you can always manipulate the branches if you need to. And I'm going to have him sitting right where this one crisscrosses. Move that branch up a little bit. So he's actually sitting right there. Some of my ornament hooks came undone here, so we'll just borrow from other ones. Let's see, got one here, got one here, got one here. It is a Grinch tree, so we basically want the Grinch ornaments to kind of all be facing towards us so we can see them. I've got two more actually. Got one there, one there, one there, one here. Let's put one right about this side here so people looking at it from this side can actually see them. Okay. And one more. Let's put them up this way, right next to them. So we could be proud of it, some little ornament. Okay. Just found another cluster I did. So I think I'm going to tie this to the back side of the tree just to give it a little bit more stability. If I don't drop it. Patterns going that way. Adjusting my ribbons again. Okay. Because they do move when you put your ornaments on. You always want to go back through and adjust the ribbons because they do move. Then I got